People who work night shifts, what are some of the perks of it that no one talks about? Most of the management goes home. Yet came here to say this. Can actually do my job properly without 9 to 5 staff meddling and micromanaging. This even applies working from home. Through the day there's meetings, messages, emails coming in. So I just work out housework, shopping, cooking between those and do my real work at night, while hanging on the couch with my wife, and no one is online to bother me. Grocery shopping at 9 a.m. on a weekday is so much more peaceful. I don't work nights, but my grocery store is open pretty late, and I always do my shopping around 11 p.m. I'm in and out in like 20 minutes. My main issue with late night is that the store is usually understaffed with just one cashier. If there's 2 other people ready to check out, suddenly there's a line that can add up quick. Also, a bunch of popular stuff is sold out till they restock after closing. 9 a.m. shift is better staffed, and shelves are stocked. For some reason, most night shift I work with are pretty chill and cool people. Do work, go home, less drama. Way less drama. I switched to nights and the difference is huge. I was doing a night shift with another guy. We agreed on some music at the beginning of the shift, discussed workflow, and then proceeded to not say a word to each other for 4 to 6 hours. We agreed it was one of the best shifts either of us had ever worked. Pro: fewer crazies. Con: those crazies that do come in are usually called the police crazy. I feel that. I work at a hotel, and while I rarely see any more than 10 people a shift, there's always a way higher chance people I see are either mentally ill, a criminal, homeless, or any combo of those. Less traffic to and from work would be one perk that immediately comes to mind. I used to do 8 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. or 9 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. shifts. Driving home after a night shift in that early morning traffic was awful. Especially as where I was living and working at the time meant that for a normal day shift I was going against the traffic, not with it. So night shifts meant I was driving into the city in the morning. So glad I don't have to do nights anymore. As a nurse, I love night shift. It's either Nutter City and it goes by fast, or it's chill and you can relax in between patients. As others have said, biggest perks are zero senior management running around micromanaging and making things worse, and traffic home is awesome. My wife passed after 2 weeks in the ICU a few months ago. The night nurses got me through. I'll never forget Liz just asking if I was okay and giving me a big hug. Sam with her stutter being so sweet to my wife. The 2 young girls that came and fixed her hair into braids. Amberly, who lost her boyfriend fiancé young as well and came in on her day off just to have another night with my wife. I'll never forget the night nurses. Y'all actually are given time to be human. I know I'm propping up the night shift, but also shout out to Cheyenne. Thanks for helping us decorate a little. Pros: more pay, no bosses around. Cons: FCKS up your sleeping schedule. That's only if you have a sleeping schedule at all. True, but my sleeping schedule is to go sleep when I'm sleepy, and night shift that doesn't work. As someone who has worked all shifts for years, the camaraderie. Night shift workers tend to work well together and form close bonds. Less drama too. Probably the best kind of people to know. I second all of this. The camaraderie is what gets me through working nights. Some of the most unhinged conversations happen after midnight. No management is a big perk too. Not having to wake up super early. Because of my natural rhythm, I'll be tired and almost never have my alarm wake me up. I get maybe 4 hours sleeping for a day shift, but night shift would tend to get 7+ daily without even needing an alarm. I work 3/12s weekend nights, Friday through Sunday. It means I have all the time I need with my kids during the week, and I don't pay for childcare. Also, my hospital pays a good bonus for night shift. So more money. No childcare costs. The Sunday to Monday transition can be rough though. I work a 3/12 weekend shift also, but during the day. Having 4 days off is amazing. Time with the kids, time to get things done, or even travel. I feel spoiled working the hours I do. People who work nights generally seem a little more chill than people who work day shift. The 9 to 5, perfect life. Soccer mom dad is at home because they work day shift, and the reject rebel hardcore night shifter is there for the shift nobody wants. It's a different kind of person. It's not for the faint of heart. That's a prick in itself because the people not strong enough to handle it will not be there for long. Also, along with management not being around, there's usually a lot less other staff. More time to get things done and focus on what really matters versus the fluff of day shift. Night shift is nitty and gritty but necessary, honest, and real. All benefits in my opinion. Well said. I like to think of it as a nice compromise for a work-from-home deal. I still have to go into the building, but no one else does, so I throw in earbuds, do my job, of which I am solely accountable for, and go home. As long as my shit gets done, I do as I please, within reason. The people that take advantage of the extra agency are the ones that never last. It makes it especially easy to leave work at work and home at home. I used to do waking nights at nursing residential homes, and I found the same thing. You find a lot of genuinely interesting people that work nights by choice, whereas when I worked day shifts I found the staff were often gossipy and cliquey and frankly, not much fun to work with. I also found night staff tended to be much more gentle and respectful with residents. Although that's maybe because apart from the morning rush, you can take your time on bedtime and the 2 hourly rounds, and so it's a gentler pace of work where you can actually build a relationship. I work in healthcare, so I don't have to deal with management or family members most of the time. There is way less traffic going to work and I can take my sweet time leaving and not hit traffic. I can go to the DRS at noon on a weekday and not miss work. It's quiet. You don't really appreciate how loud the day is until you're awake all night, lots of nights in a row. And not just human stuff either, but all the natural stuff as well that's never loud enough to be heard over the cars and the talking and the moving, but that your brain notices anyway. 3 a.m. I can hear things a mile away, easy. And it's so much easier to think without all that noise. Enjoying the fresh, light mornings on the way home in the summer, knowing you're off while most people are just starting their day. Feeling connected to the rhythm of the night. Working a traditional Monday through Friday 9 to 5 makes it very difficult to do anything that must be done during the week. Think renewing a driver's license, doctor's appointments, etc. When I'm on nights, I'm technically free Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, though obviously sleeping for most of that, so I can schedule stuff way easier than most people. Opportunities to pick up extra shifts. Perfectly suited for introverts. Coffee tastes better at 2 a.m. Always finding peace in the moonlight. Better focus in quieter hours. There are no downsides if you asked me. Management is gone. Far higher pay. Far slower pace, since no one's riding you. Grocery stores are deserted when I go after work at 7 a.m. I get a running excuse to decline invitations because they're almost always my sleeping hours. I personally don't suffer any ill effects from my weird sleeping hours. Probably will when I age. Way cooler coworkers, misfits, and people with interesting pasts work night shift. You feel part of an exclusive club. Fewer meetings to attend. Watching late night weather changes. Feeling like the city belongs to you. Fewer workplace distractions. Quietness inspires creativity. Fewer interruptions to workflow. Peaceful late night drives to work. Great for avoiding annoying people. Unique relationships with fellow night owls. Free coffee all night long. Watching the sunrise at the end of your shift. Night schedules make weekends special. Great for people who hate mornings. You can binge watch shows uninterrupted. Where I work, the shop is closed at night, so get to wear your own clothes, not the uniform. Smoke breaks whenever, as long as your work gets done. Along the same line, no scheduled breaks, just take them when you need them. Get to listen to music or audiobooks. The supervisors are pretty chill and are more like mates than bosses. You can come in anytime to do shopping, even though we close at 10 p.m. As long as the shop isn't fully shut like on Christmas. No mandatory overtime, or overtime in general, as it's too expensive to pay us. Only been asked to work overtime once in a year and a bit of working here and £12 times 0.33 times 0.5 for unsociable hours and overtime. If you get all the work done, then you can leave early, as we're not trained to do day shifts jobs, so there's nothing for us to do except stand around. But to be honest, this is the only proper night shift job I've worked, so it might just be my store that's like this. Hearing nocturnal wildlife outside. Skipping crowded public spaces. Time to pursue hobbies during the day. No coworkers microwaving fish. I honestly love night shift. There's no traffic and I really enjoy getting home at 5 to 6 a.m. because early morning is my favorite time of day. I walk my dog as the sun rises, sometimes I work out, and sometimes I just bury myself in blankets on the couch and have a drink. I'm not a big people person, so it suits me to be up when all the people are still sleeping. Perfect time for audiobooks. What are some of the perks of night shifts? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.